Here's a number that should stop you cold. The average student loan debt for a 4-year medical degree in the United States is over $200,000. And after all of that, you still owe years of residency before you see real money. But right now, today, there are 3 certifications in U.S. healthcare that pay over $90,000 a year and take less than 2 years to complete. No med school, no residency, no $200,000 gamble. If you're a high school senior figuring out your next move, a college graduate watching your biology degree collect dust, or someone in their 30s ready for a real career reset, stay with me, because what we're breaking down today changes the math completely. Before we get into the list, we need to talk about why this opportunity even exists, because understanding the WHY is what separates people who actually take action from people who just watch videos and stay stuck. Every year, thousands of students chase traditional 4-year science degrees, biology, chemistry, pre-med tracks, because that's what guidance counselors, parents, and the system told them to do. And a lot of them walk out the other side into entry-level positions, paying $45,000 to $50,000 a year, running the same panels, sitting at the same bench, staring at the same ceiling. That's not a career ladder, that's a treadmill. And the brutal irony is that they're working inside the same healthcare system that is desperately underpaying them for skills the market needs. Here's what most people don't see. U.S. hospitals aren't just short on doctors. They're critically short on the specialized technologists who operate the diagnostic machinery those doctors depend on every single day. An aging population means more imaging orders, more cardiac workups, more complex procedures, and the healthcare system is paying premium rates to fill those seats fast. The gap between what the market needs and what the traditional education pipeline is producing, that is exactly where your leverage lives. So let's get into it. The first certification on this list is Cardiovascular Sonography. And if you've never heard of this career path before, that is exactly the problem. Cardiovascular sonographers, also called echo techs or cardiac ultrasound techs, are essentially the eyes of the cardiologist. Using high-frequency sound waves, they capture real-time images of the heart and blood vessels, giving physicians the diagnostic clarity they need to make life or death decisions. Think about that for a second. You're not the person ordering the test. You're the person making the test possible. That carries weight. What makes this certification stand apart from so many others is the quality of the working environment. Unlike bedside nursing, which we'll talk about shortly, this is a low burnout career. You work one-on-one with patients in a controlled, structured setting. Your day has predictable rhythms, and the physical and emotional demands are significantly lower than what floor nurses carry. The average cardiovascular sonographer in the U.S. earns over $95,000 annually, and that number climbs steadily with specialization and experience. The pathway in is a 2-year associate degree from a CAAEP-accredited community college program. 2 years, that's it, that's the bridge. And here's what makes the next certification even more compelling. The second role on this list is MRI Technologist, and I'll be honest with you, this one is personal to me. MRI sits at the intersection of physics, chemistry, and human anatomy in a way that almost no other allied health role does. You are not just positioning a patient and pressing a button, you are manipulating massive magnetic fields and radio frequency pulses to align hydrogen protons in the human body, and then interpreting the signal those protons emit to distinguish healthy tissue from pathology. We're talking pulse sequences, T1 weighting, T2 weighting, STIR sequences, diffusion-weighted imaging. The clinical depth is real, and that depth is exactly what the market compensates. Base salaries for MRI technologists in the U.S. start around $75,000 and climb past $90,000 with experience and location. But the real financial acceleration, the number that genuinely changes people's lives, happens when you qualify for travel contracts. Mobile staffing agencies are placing ARRT certified MRI techs in 13-week assignments across the country, with total weekly compensation packages ranging from $3,000 to $4,000. Do the math on a full year of that. We're talking well over $150,000 when you factor in the tax-free housing and meal stipends that are a standard part of how travel tech contracts are structured. The pathway in is a post-baccalaureate MRI program, typically 1 to 2 years, followed by the ARRT certification exam. If you already have a background in chemistry, physics, or any hard science, you are not starting from zero. You are starting from an advantage that most applicants don't have. But here's what most people completely miss when they look at this career, and it goes well beyond the clinical floor. The knowledge you accumulate as an MRI technologist, the physics, the protocol optimization, the registry exam strategy, the travel contract negotiation, is something that tens of thousands of other healthcare professionals are actively searching for guidance on right now. That specialized knowledge has value that extends far beyond the hospital walls. But we'll come back to that idea. Because first, let's talk about the third certification, which has the broadest entry point of all three. The third certification is the fastest entry point into the largest job sector in all of U.S. healthcare, becoming a registered nurse through the associate degree in nursing pathway. And right here, there is a widespread misconception that costs people years of their lives. A lot of aspiring healthcare professionals in the U.S. believe you need a full 4-year Bachelor of Science in Nursing to become a licensed RN. You don't. You can earn an associate degree in nursing at a community college in 2 years, sit for the NCLEX licensing exam, and walk away with the exact same RN credential. The same license, the same legal scope of practice. Hospitals hire ADN nurses immediately, and here's the part that makes this even stronger. Many hospital systems will actively pay for your BSN completion while you're already working a full salary as a licensed nurse. You're earning while you're advancing. That is a fundamentally different financial equation than paying $80,000 up front for a private nursing school certificate. Starting RN salaries in the U.S. average between $65,000 and $80,000 depending on state and specialty, but nurses who move into high-demand units, ICU, OR, procedural areas, or who pursue travel nursing contracts follow the same financial trajectory we described for MRI techs. The income scales significantly with specialization and mobility. Same principle, different clinical context. Now, knowing which certifications pay is only half the picture. The other half is knowing how to actually get into these programs without making an expensive mistake. Step 1 is simple but critical. Go to your local community colleges first, not the private schools charging $60,000 to $80,000 for a certificate. Community colleges. Check that their programs carry proper accreditation. CAP and JRCERT are the two bodies you're looking for in imaging and cardiovascular tech programs. For nursing, it's ACEN or CCNE. Accreditation isn't just a formality. It's what determines whether your credential is recognized by employers and licensing bodies. Getting this wrong costs you everything. Step 2 is prerequisites. For most of these programs, you're looking at anatomy and physiology, college chemistry, and sometimes a basic algebra or statistics course. These are accessible, they're manageable, and if you already have a 4-year science degree, even one that isn't directly paying your bills right now, you've probably knocked most of them out already. Your existing education isn't wasted. It's a foundation you haven't fully used yet. Here's the thing nobody talks about. The version of yourself 2 years from now is going to exist either way. 2 years will pass. The only question is what you do with them. You can spend them in the exact same position, watching the same ceiling, or you can spend them building a credential that puts you in a market where the demand is real, the pay is real, and the upward trajectory is documented. That is not a motivational statement, that is what the data shows. So here's what we covered today: cardiovascular sonography, MRI technology, and registered nursing through the ADN pathway. 3 certifications that each clear $90,000 a year, each achievable in under 2 years, and each accessible to anyone with a solid science foundation and the discipline to follow the right accredited pathway. The healthcare staffing shortage is real. The compensation reflects it. And the bridge to get there is shorter than the system ever told you it was. I want to hear from you. Which of these 3 paths is closest to where you are right now? And what is the single biggest obstacle standing between you and starting? Drop it in the comments and I'll respond directly. If this breakdown gave you something real, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. We publish data-driven career and financial content specifically for healthcare professionals every week, and you don't want to miss what's coming next. I'll see you in the next one.